Hey, guess what I'm getting Mom for Christmas?
Oh, another Ferrari.
Better than that. The top-rated Magnavox compact disc player. In fact, everyone on my list is getting a Magnavox.
How about Sarah?
Portable CD.
Grandpa?
52-inch TV.
Nancy?
Lightweight camcorder.
Oh, smart, Tom. Very smart.
Yeah. Boy, are they going to be surprised.
Not anymore. You just told everybody they're getting a Magnavox for Christmas.
But they don't know when.
They don't know when.
FBI statistics state 1 out of every 4 homes is likely to be burglarized during the next 10 years. Burglaries increased dramatically during the December holidays. Let RCI Security put a UL-listed alarm in your home or apartment from $395 installed. No payments until March, or 0% interest for 12 months. RCI can then monitor your home 24 hours a day, dispatching help the moment it's needed.
Security for the family. What a great Christmas gift.
Call RCI now, 799-7900, 799-7900.
'Tis the season of Christmas, the time when you wish all of Santa's helpers shop Pearson's Luggage and Gifts. For Christmas ideas and presents for all, shop Pearson's Luggage and Gifts, Acadiana Mall, where you'll always find the unusual.
This Christmas, I got something special for the people who helped me get where I am. Mom and Dad. Buying diamond jewelry was new to me, so I went to Zales. They're diamond experts, with everything for Christmas, from rings to watches to pendants, all backed by Zales' 90-day refund policy. Mom and Dad will say I gave them too much, but nothing could compare to what they've given me.
Zales, the diamond store, is all you need to know for Christmas.
Did you know that reading to your children actually helps them become better readers and helps them succeed in school? And by encouraging your child to read to you, you make reading a fun family activity. It's one of the most important things you can do as a parent for your child. I love reading to my children, Jamie, Lindsay, and Sarah, and now having Jamie and Lindsay read to me. It's a special time for all of us. This holiday season, give your child a gift that will last a lifetime. Read to them.
Why lug out the big vac? For quick pickups, you need the cordless, easy-to-use Dustbuster Power Brush from Black & Decker. Its powerful rotating brush will cut vacuuming down to size. The Dustbuster Power Brush for the holidays.
We invite you and your family to enjoy this Kraft TV special, featuring our TV special recipes and fine products. Kraft Real Mayonnaise, Kraft 100% natural cheddar cheese, and Philadelphia brand cream cheese.
A gift from Activision is a gift of pure imagination. Give Pitfall, the wild jungle adventure game that made Pitfall Harry famous all over the world. Or set them loose with Keystone Capers, that madcap chase of cops and robbers. A game so funny, it's a crime. This Christmas, don't just give them games, give them the ones they really want. Activision video games, for more fun than you ever imagined.
We have brand names for the holidays for less.
Marshall's has the famous maker and designer clothing you want for less. 20 to 60% less than department store regular prices. Save on casual wear, sleepwear, shirts and blouses, fine quality giftware, accessories, and festive home fashions. Marshall! Call for the store nearest you. That's smart.
In a distant land, Santa's elves are especially busy making you something special. A stuffed reindeer ornament just like the reindeer in the new motion picture Santa Claus the Movie.
Good like this.
And it's free when you buy a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates. So put plenty of both on your Christmas list. McDonald's gift certificates and free reindeer ornaments. Seeing is believing.
Looks like Santa needs help. Now you're going to tell me Santa Claus could use an IBM computer. He probably could. I knew we'd get around to this. And keep track of who wants what, who's been nice and naughty. You'd be in trouble. And knowing IBM, he'd get great service even at the North Pole. Santa could use an IBM computer. Sure could. Sure could. Maybe he could. Last year, he forgot to get me what I asked for.
The Christmas cards of Hallmark. Traditional cards. And religious cards. Simple cards. Fancy cards. Even funny cards. Cards that say things just the way you want to say them. Cards that show how much you really care about your family and your friends. The most ways and the very best ways to express your feelings at Christmas. Only at Hallmark, where there's more to Christmas than ever before.
Take a closer look at Walgreens this Christmas. For everything under the tree to everything on the tree, your nearby Walgreens is just the right size for easy shopping. Legs Sheer Energy pantyhose are on sale now during Walgreens Big Dollar Days event. Your choice, 2 pair for $5 through Saturday at Walgreens.
The Kodak K80 is the first fully automatic 35mm camera priced under $100. You just aim and shoot. Only $95 through Saturday at Walgreens.
I'm not ready to go yet, okay? I'm not ready. You gotta wait. I got shit to do. I'm in the middle of something, all right? Just hold on.
Watch your mouth or don't come in here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, people, come on, we're adults here. You know what?
adults.
What is the point?
Yeah, we're adults here. I got a fucking Burger King fucking thing on my head. We're all fucking adults here, guys. People in my chat, 2 words. What are they? 2 words. Let me see the chat flood. Let me see the chat flood. 2 words. Okay, next caller. Please. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, which translate in American to dick and balls.
I got flip-flops. These are my flip-flops. Yeah, I really like my flip-flops because I can put them on. Because look, watch me put them on. I can put them on all by myself. Watch me put them on. Look, are you watching? Look, these are my flip-flops.
Thanksgiving Day. I remember it clearly. It was Thanksgiving Day. I was inserting myself in somebody else's fucking business as a cash grab, and you know. This channel is harsh reality. Karen Yak se jodió la sucia vida. Amen.
This is Jonathan Lee Riches. I have cheeseburgers. I'm gonna put cheese on them. I'm gonna make sure that I have my hamburgers because I'm a big boy now and I can make the hamburgers. My mom lets me use the stove now.
And I'm just like, wow, I like receipts, and they brought receipts. Like they had evidence to back up everything they said. And I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be another side to this, right? Like this can't. No, this is too fantastic.
Yeah, because you're not going to just jump to the conclusion that there's a conspiracy amongst cops to cover up a murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean cops and just like soccer moms and shit. Like that's what made it even crazier. Like,
yeah, get it, Betty. Yeah,
did you have a close relationship with your mom?
Get it, Betty.
Oh, of course, I still do.
Yeah.
My older sister was kind of sad. She was more of the prissy girl that likes going.
That is the best shit fucking
shopping for dresses with mommy. I was the tomboy that liked playing with the people.
Shout out to Cherry for just being just easily the most faithful and loyal supporter that I've ever had, man. That someone could have that tenacity with loyalty. And I'm really blessed to have someone like Cherry be part of this channel and in my life. So it means a lot.
Yes, I named him after Mr. T and Rocky. Say, woman. Say, woman. Say, woman. Since your old man ain't got no heart, why don't you come down to my apartment tonight and I'll show you a real man. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this little dude. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I love you guys very, 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 very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends. Oh, say bye. Say bye. Oh, I love you too. Give me a kiss. Oh, I love you. Bye, guys. Woo! We are back, people. We are back. We are back. Oh my goodness. It's great to see you guys again. Thank you guys for joining me again. And for those of you joining for the first time today, welcome. But yes, big thank you to those of you who stuck with me all day long. You guys are amazing. I don't think this is going to be a very long live stream. I think what I'll probably do is open the phone lines a little later. But we're going to basically, so at some point last night, JFK was live, and JFK, if you guys don't know, he's a YouTube creator, a fellow YouTube creator, has been covering the Karen Reed, John O'Keefe fiasco, as well as the rest of us, and doing and putting his own spin on it. He broadcasts from his car outside of the waterfall, which is great. And he takes to these to the outside of these like Celtic games, and interviews people out on the street. And I've had him on the channel before. We had a great conversation. He's really, really good dude. And apparently something happened last night.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Dad, 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 dad. I think we got a super dad.
How dare you? Fishing Kid, thank you so much. Will the Higgins call in make the 30-hour 10-part mini series? JFK got the restless with that waterfall video breakdown. Yeah, true. Yeah. And now, in all fairness, we've all talked about it. Well, at the very least, people who have emphasized on this have been myself, but notably JFK and microdots. They've put a lot of emphasis on this. So and I'm surprised that footage got overlooked. The waterfall footage that they're referring to is what I showed Hannibal and Monty last time they were on, where there was clearly some sort of disagreement taking place, and people on the stand lied about it, basically. So And yeah, I mean it's pretty intense. And so JFK's been talking about it, and last night he had a
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Dad, 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 dad. I think we got a super dad. How dare you?
KLM, thank you so much. Back when Turtle Boy called Jill Daniels on his live, she said, "Why not Higgins?" Yeah, she sure did. I went over that like a year ago. I remember that. And that happened way before I even went over it. So yeah, true. Thank you for that. Now, as you can see right there, I have the QR code for my Venmo to make things easier for everyone. If you know, instead of having to like type in everything that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and in case Cherry's not here to drop the link for you, if it's easier for you, in case you don't want to make me share my money with YouTube, even though I don't mind. You got to pay the house. It's all good. It's all good. But a lot of people prefer to support via Venmo, and so I just made it a lot easier to do that. So I am going to see if I could find this JFK video real quick, and I have it here, but what I need is a timestamp of when Higgins called in. Does anybody have that? And Hate Corruption, thank you. Gifted 1 membership. Appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Where is that shit? There we go. So let's do this. Let's do this real quick. So 2 hours and 4 minutes and half a minute. Thank you so much, Josie. Appreciate you. I'm not being a twat. I wasn't being a twat. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. So yeah, and I know I started a little early, guys. It's because I have other shit that I want to do this evening, and I'd like to get to it. And it's been a long day, and I only gave myself some grace up until 6 o'clock. But it turns out I managed to take care of what I could take care of in that short period of time, and now I went on a little early. So sorry for the confusion if it caused any. Now, here, let's see. Okay. All right, let's just go with that. All right. All right, so let's see what all this hype is about real quick. Because everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been saying, like, my chat before I even went live this morning, people were like, Glare, did you see that Higgins called JFK's show last night? All right, well, let's find out if it was Higgins, because it sure sounded like him. I was listening when it happened, I think, or I caught it later. I remember seeing it last night, so I think I caught it live. And so let's take a listen here.
Shaken, and I think we'll see that again tomorrow, and I look forward to that. And I hope the defense perhaps might have the opportunity to highlight that while she's an expert in dog bites, it seems.
And
she's even more expert in victims of hit
Cherry,
and runs or
can you
of being hit, pedestrian strikes, being hit by vehicles.
Cherry, I would really appreciate it if you would grab the link to JFK's channel, not the live that we're watching right now, but the link to JFK's channel, and drop it in the chat so that people can subscribe.
So
I would appreciate
maybe they
it.
can get more testimony in, because that was something that the judge didn't allow last spring.
Well, I appreciate your phone call, everything you said. I'm definitely looking forward to Dr. Russell tomorrow. You hyped me up. You gave her a great intro. Great intro. And this was a great phone call. And we'll talk again soon. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thanks, guys. Take care.
No worries.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Bye-bye. Great phone call.
Call from
Kevin.
You're live with JFK and James.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin
Wow.
from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin?
Yo. Yo. I mean, listen, that sounds a lot like him, dude. Right away. Like, I've listened to that guy fucking testify so many times that, like, and we listened to it for so long when we were streaming it live that it's pretty distinct.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from South?
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from South?
Wow.
What's happening?
No, listen, I appreciate the things that
Wow.
you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something.
He's got the same cuck ass attitude too. Like, he's like, it's like, listen, I don't know. I haven't decided yet whether or not that's Brian Higgins, but the dude who's calling right now immediately gives me cuck vibes the same way that Brian Higgins gives me cuck vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude who's calling immediately, I just want to tell you that, you know, let's, what's up, James Jackson? Make sure to subscribe to James Jackson too. Cherry, if you can grab his link, I'd really appreciate that as well. James Jackson's building his channel as well. And I'm enjoying it. All right, let's look at JFK and James. This is James Jackson on the right here. Let me because I want to be able to show you guys the reactions too. I want to watch their reactions because this is priceless.
Appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Those two dudes that you're accusing, right? They're decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this?
The decorated dudes. Like, see, because I get it too, because that doesn't sound like but nobody fucking talks like that, dude. The guy who's talking like that, you can tell doesn't talk like that. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense to anybody else? What I just said? The guy who's talking like that, you can tell he doesn't fucking talk like that. These two dudes, like, he sounds like a cop who's undercover who's about to get made. That's exactly what he sounds like to me. Like a cop who's undercover who's about to get made any fucking second. This is hilarious.
This from both sides, and this comes out that she actually did it.
Same. I mean, now Boston, Southie, okay. This comes out. It sounds the same. The way so the accent that he can't help, the accent that he can't cover up is distinctly similar to Brian Higgins on the stand. Okay?
Did it? Are you ready to, like,
dude, every fucking thing that comes out of this guy's fucking mouth, dude, sounds like him.
Put it out there that you were wrong.
You sound like Higgins, bro.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
You wrong. Put it out there that you were wrong.
You sound like Higgins, bro.
Dude, that reaction, because dude, it sounds like fucking Higgins, dude. If I got that phone call, I would have reacted this. I would have been like, I would have said something to the effect of what JFK just said. Something to that effect. I would have reacted in a very similar fashion. I would have probably said something to the effect of, yo, is this Higgins? Higgy? Is this the best game you got? I mean, I don't think I would have been that witty, but I would have, I know I would have at the very least been thinking what JFK is thinking right now. Because and it's very distinct. Like, nobody sounds like Higgy, bro. Nobody does. Dude, I don't imagine this guy had a lot of experience in the field undercover, because he sucks.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this Higgins?
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
Why are we wrong? Why are we wrong?
See, he's not denying it. This is very interesting too, because he's not denying it. It's like he's becoming combative. It's like there's a part of him that wants to just be like, fuck this. I want to fucking argue with all these trolls. They're just making assumptions about me. He's taking a shit. Listen, for all you people, I maybe some of you guys are new here, okay? Maybe some of you guys are new, okay? If you don't like the pace in which I'm going with this, if you don't like me pausing it and giving commentary, if you don't like me rewinding it, if you don't like pretty much anything that I'm doing with this stream, I understand. There's a very, very simple solution to this. Go fuck yourself. Okay? Okay? Oh my goodness, no.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat.
How dare you?
Lala, thank you so much. You can't make this shit up. This will run in the after movie blooper credits. I mean, dude, this shit is insane. This shit is insane. Look at JFK and James Jackson are like, bro, that's fucking Higgins, dude. Now, here's the thing. I gotta tell you guys that, like, I didn't grow up a thug, you know what I mean? But I definitely didn't grow up a cop or a choir boy. You know what I mean? I definitely got into my share of trouble. And it's fair to say that the majority of individuals that I chose to surround myself with growing up, and not in my immediate group of friends were pretty chill. Okay. Everybody who I've ever included in an immediate group of friends that lasted a long time were pretty chill. But we as groups surrounded ourselves with not so up and up types of character. Okay. And this will, like, growing up in Miami, this will, there's an inevitable street smart, a wisdom that you develop growing up in around certain people, living a certain lifestyle, getting into trouble, experimenting with drugs, so on and so forth, right? And now I don't know anything about JFK or James Jackson's past, but the wisdom that I have obtained over the years, the same wisdom that Cherry has from living in London, South London, the same thing. This wisdom, you can look at these two guys and know that they've seen a thing or two about a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? Like JFK and James Jackson, neither one of these guys are wet behind the ears. Neither one of these guys are green when it comes to street smarts. Now, I don't know what they've ever gotten into or what they haven't gotten into, but I guarantee that they have been around enough people and spent enough time in their lives with enough people that they've got a kind of side eye and they've developed an instinct over the years. And one of the luxuries that come with this instinct is the ability to spot people like this. The ability to spot an undercover cop, first of all, somebody who's trying to bullshit you. The idea that the key instinct that you need to develop growing up in these types of environments is having a nose for bullshit. That's basically what it boils down to. So you have to have a nose for bullshit. Even if you didn't fall under the category of the people who also have a nose for cocaine, even if you were one of those people that made the right choices, you still surrounded yourself with people. People still tried to take advantage of you. You watched people take advantage of other people. You understand how this shit works. And then you develop an instinct to spot and smell bullshit a mile away. I have no doubt in my mind that these two young men have developed this instinct. I can sense it when I listen to them on their live stream. I can sense it when I could sense it when I spoke to JFK. I think I even mentioned it at one point. But you develop a nose for bullshit, because in order to be a survivor in an environment where it is quite common for people to take advantage of each other in one form or another, okay, you have to be able to protect yourself. The best way to protect yourself is to see that shit coming a mile away. And one of the skills that you would develop is somebody faking the way they fucking talk. Someone pretending to be something that they aren't is something that you can catch on to quick as fuck. I could tell people on Twitter, dude. I could tell by the way people fucking type when they're pretending to be something that they're not. And most of us can as well, because I'm not trying to minimize anyone else in this chat. I think that most of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because most of you guys have experienced having to live in an environment like this, at least to some span of time in your life. Like imagine Aiden, right? Even if Aiden never grew up in that environment, Aiden as a teacher had to develop a nose for bullshit, and he was around a bunch of fucking wild animal fucking teenagers that were trying to take advantage of each other. You get what I'm saying? So you develop an instinct for this. And JFK and James Jackson right here, their instincts just fucking kicked in. And this is very, very funny.
Higgins called the phone. He hung up. That was
all right. I'm going to play that all the way through one more time.
Southie, what's happening?
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Those two dudes that you're accusing, right? They're decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this from both sides? And this comes out that she actually did it. Are you ready to, like, put it out there?
Dude, I could just picture Higgins' dumb fucking face Are you ready to put it out there? I could just picture him fucking saying this shit. It's wild.
That you
Yo,
wrong.
you sound like Higgins, bro.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this
You
Higgins?
wrong.
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
Bro, you
Why are we
don't
wrong? Why
This
are we
is
wrong?
fucking Higgins.
whoever that is he never says you wrong. You can tell by the way he's saying you wrong that he never says you wrong. He sounds like a fucking cop that's trying to fool a drug dealer. He's like Ethan Hawke in Training Day going, hey, can I get $20 worth of crack? That's totally what he reminds me of right now. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely asinine. Makes no sense.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Dad, 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 dad. I think we got a super dad.
How dare you?
Thank you, Calamity Jade. Chat says Microdot's made a scientific video. I am aware of it. We will be going over it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Rachel, member for a month. Thank you so much. Toss me into the Amazon tomorrow and I'll fit in longer. Good point. Oh my God. This is crazy, dude.
Higgins called the phone. He hung up. That was Higgins, bro.
I want to hear
That
these
was
guys
Higgins,
a little
man.
bit.
Bro.
Look at James Jackson going, that was Higgins, man. Trying to
Fucking
tell you.
coward, man.
That was fucking.
James Jackson is like fucking coward, bro. Like, you know goddamn well, dude. Like they're totally sure. Like the two of these guys are absolutely sure that was Higgins. There's no doubt in JFK's mind at this point. There's no doubt in James Jackson's mind. No doubt whatsoever. If anyone who ambulance driver JFK works in the music industry, I trust his ears for voices. He was quite with it too. Good point. Thank you. If anyone, I appreciate that. Great point, because he's used to recording music. And if you're a stickler for how your shit comes out, let me tell you something, dude. Like, you're gonna notice the slightest fucking difference in any sound. That is a fact. If he is meticulous and he is someone who micromanages his tracks, like, because any really good artist they'll have an engineer, or they have to do it themselves. At the very least, if they're recording themselves, that reiterates my point that much more. But even if they have an engineer and a producer there doing this, a really talented and very and an artist that cares about his craft or her craft will go, okay, hold on, let me hear that. And they'll listen to every little thing. If there's a snare that's too loud, dude, you got to bring that snare down. I don't think the snare's too loud. Well, I'm hearing it, man. I wrote the shit and it bugs me. I'm hearing the snare. You got to bring that snare down. And it could be a fucking decibel, dude, like nothing. Dude, I pissed off one of my first bands. I pissed them off so bad because we went to record and I had to do a tear, dude, where you run the pick down the guitar with distortion to transition into a fucking change in the song, right? And I was so adamant about this fucking tear down it pissed everyone in the band off. And cocaine and booze had a lot to do with that too. I'm not gonna lie. We're talking like 20 years ago, folks. Okay. Now that had a lot to do with that too. And they were like, the shit was costing money and they were getting pissed, and I don't blame them. Looking back on it now, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck did they ever put up with me? But I was like, it's not right. It doesn't sound right. I got to do it again. And then we'd record it. I'd play it. All right, play it along just with the bass. Play it along with can you bring this down? Blah, blah, blah. That is, if you have a vision for your craft and you manifest that vision, you want it to be perfect. You want it to be perfect. And you develop an ear for this kind of shit. Like, I take pride in watching animated movies where I'm like, dude, I know that voice. And then I place the actor who's doing the voice acting. I can't see their face. And I'm like, oh, shit. Dude, that's totally Larry Fishburne. I love that shit. Anybody who's ever watched a movie with me will fucking tell you that. I do that constantly. And many of us in the chat are the same way. Guaranteed. Like, I guarantee you Hannibal and Monty are the same way. Guaranteed, because they watch so much shit. I guarantee you these two guys are like, yeah, that's, dude. Like, we may not be cops, but if you've ever fucked around on the other side of the law, you develop those skills too, because you know what cops are looking for. And certain things you want to be better at than the cops. The things that are within your power to be better at than the cops, you're going to develop those skills. If you're on the other side of the law, that's going to happen. Now, I don't know. I never went that far. I mean, I broke the law a lot, but they were just stupid self-destructive laws. I never really put anybody in real danger, but that's mostly self-destructive shit, but nevertheless, you don't want to be fucked with. You know what I mean?
Fucking Higgins. Yo.
Fucking Higgins.
Yo, I'm bugging. Disclaimer. I'm bugging.
Damn.
I'm
Why you
bugging
gonna-
right now.
Dude's
Yo,
gonna
I'm
call
hyped
and
up.
hang up.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm bugging. Disclaimer. Let me hold on a second.
Let me
Thank you,
calm
Scott
the
McGinnis.
fuck down.
Hold on, there's turbulence.
There's turbulence.
Listen, man, we know all about you. How you gonna feel when your boy checked the shit out of you? That was Higgins for sure, man.
Right now, JFK's going, this is going to get clipped like a motherfucker.
You're wrong. You're wrong. I didn't do it. I'm a pussy. I ran.
Higgins. Higgins, for you, buddy. For you, Higgins.
Anuka! I love this. I love that shit.
Yo.
Fuckery donuts.
Yo, he said he respected everything we do, but what are we gonna do when they're found innocent? Higgins, what are you gonna do when you're found guilty? That's the question.
Dude, I'm bugging right now, bro.
I know. Higgins,
I gotta take. Hold on, I gotta put the landing gear down, bro.
Right.
I gotta take it down to 3,000, bro. It's gonna be a little bumpy on the descent. Everybody, bear with me. I'm putting the landing gear down. Woo! I know for a fact that was Higgins, bro. That sounded just like.
Yo, you got the number?
He knows for a
He
fact.
called unknown.
Oh,
He called unknown.
He kept calling. I thought it was anonymous calling.
Okay, so he fucking blocked the number too. That's very telling. That's very telling.
Nah, it was Higgins.
Dude, it was Higgins. He tried to disguise his voice again.
Right.
He tried to disguise
Yo,
his
came
voice.
out when he said,
Wait a minute, he
yo,
said
that's
Southie. He said Southie. Didn't someone say he's in Southie right now?
He's
with
in
somebody?
Southie right now with some chick.
Wow, he kind of gave a hint.
He gave a hint. And
What? He's in Southie right now with some chick. Is she in a coma? How did he pull that? How did he pull that? Because this dude wouldn't know it if a woman just straddled him.
when he said, "You're wrong," it sounded like when I don't think I said goodbye to anybody. That voice, man.
Hold on. Kev, man, help me out, man. Take me back up to 39,000. Hold on a second. Yeah, we getting some phone calls now. Kev, help me out, man. LY-double-N. Kev, man, I'm a little shaky. I got the landing gear down. I'm flying over Revere Beach. What's going on?
I'm about to land in Revere Beach.
Was that Higgins, Kev?
We can't hear him.
Oh, I can't hear him. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys.
That
Let me
was
get him on. My
definitely
bad, Kev.
Higgins,
I don't got you on. Let me hold on a
Kev's
second. I gotta share you for a second. Hold on a second. Thanks, James, for the co-pilot.
Hell
Damn,
yeah.
that was definitely Higgins.
I mean, really, dude, what a cop. Exactly.
It was.
Yeah. Can you hear him now? Kev, you there?
Kev, yeah, I can hear him. Kev,
There's a naivety to fucking to these cops, dude. Cheryl with an S, thank you so much. Remember, for 2 months I hadn't had a nice lunch with Scott McGinnis and Tom CPU, free career and read. That's awesome. Good for you. I love it. Yeah, bro. See, there's a naivety, dude, to a cop. You know, a cop, because the thing is, you got to understand, to become a Fed, you got to pass a background check. This guy's got no street smarts. You see what I'm saying? Like, trying to fucking put one up on these two guys is the stupidest fucking thing that you can do. Like, you can't learn what these guys know from a fucking book. You can't learn what these guys know from training in the field or otherwise, even. But if you were going to train in the field, like, you would have to you would have to do it for years and years. Voice for the voiceless, thank you so much. I like to point out that anyone from the area of Boston would never say South Boston. We say Southie. Exactly. If he's from Southie, he would have said Southie. Even I know that. He would have never said South Boston. He sounds like he's testifying. Fucking cop. It's a fucking cop. Sounds like he's testifying, dude. Dude, that's a cop. South Boston. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Okay, see, there's a naivety that comes with being a federal agent. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You got to pass all kinds of background checks and shit, lie detectors, that kind of shit. You got to do that shit. And in order to fucking be able to do that successfully, you got to be squeaky clean. You're not developing the kind of street smarts that these guys have developed over the years through any training from the FBI. That's not going to happen. So he can't hide that naivety. That's one of the first things that is going to stand out. It's like when I was talking about homeschooled kids, dude. You could always fucking tell the homeschooled kid. I'm not saying that's how it is now necessarily. I realize that some people left some comments when I was talking about that, and they're like, I homeschool my kid and blah, blah, blah. Well, your kid's probably an asshole. No, I'm just kidding. I'm saying growing up, since it wasn't very common, kids lacked social skills when they were homeschooled. There was a naivety to them. And it's very easy to take advantage of those kids. Very easy. Very easy to play those stupid fucking little fucking school games that people fucking played with each other. Getting on all fours and getting behind somebody so your buddy can push them and they fall backwards. That kind of shit. That stuff doesn't happen when you're homeschooled, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that fucking wises you up as you're growing up. That's the stuff that you see what I'm saying? So a Fed, he's not going to have the streets. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not going to have the wisdom. He's too naive. And you can sense the naivety in his voice, in that fucking brilliant performance of a guy from South Boston Get the fuck out of my face.
All right, go ahead, Kev. Take the floor, man.
Dude, I'll
Talk to me,
fucking
man.
time you out, Cherry. I think I won't.
Well, first of all,
Bro, look, that's what I'm doing.
it was needed because I mean, I get it. Like the distance.
You
in
ain't
that
special.
box,
I mean, you are, but
when we get that whole picture from the surveillance camera, the in-house surveillance, it made, like you're saying, to capture the whole box. You know what I mean?
all right. So, all right, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go over the microdots and analysis of it. Now, I reposted it, but I didn't listen to it. I only reposted it so it would be easy to find when I went over it. So here we go.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something.
Totally.
Those two dudes
Thank
that you're
you so much.
accusing, right? They're decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this from both sides? And this comes out that she actually did it. Are you ready to, like, put it out there that you were wrong?
You sound like Higgins, bro.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this Higgins?
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
All right, now check it out.
Kevin Elbit.
Kevin from South Boston.
Kevin Elbit.
Kevin from South Boston. Kevin.
Wow. Holy
Boston Police.
South Boston.
Boston Police.
South Boston.
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 Boston. Boston. Boston.
Bro, microdot is the shit.
Put it out there.
I have a house there.
Put it out there.
I have a house there.
There.
Holy shit. Bro.
You wrong?
Absolutely not correct. That's wrong.
You wrong?
Absolutely not correct. That's wrong.
God, dude. We're
Hey
watching
man,
that
what's
again.
up, guys?
We're
Kevin
watching
from
that
South
again.
Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Those two dudes that you're accusing, right? They're decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this from both sides? And this comes out that she actually did it?
Bro, you got to understand something, dude. Microdots is a fucking force, bro. Make no mistake, dude, that if this dude gets a hold of you, bro, he's not letting go like Chloe did. Like, he's not letting go. Once he gets a hold of you, dude, that's it. Because Microdots has that scent. And once he picks up that scent, people, he's going to bite and he's not letting go. Laura Riker, thank you so much. Higgy's Irish exit on the call totally tracks. Totally. Everything about it, too. Right. I'm going to get into that in a second, too. Thank you so much. Sebastian Anon, thank you so much. That was in stereo, LOL, right? It was, absolutely. This is amazing. Like, yeah, this dude got fucking microdotted. Higgins has put so much emphasis on, Microdots has put so much emphasis on Higgins. I mean, and I'm so grateful for it too. But dude, yeah, Microdots is not fucking around. Like, he's all business when it comes to this shit.
Are you ready to, like, put it out there that you were wrong?
You sound like Higgins, bro.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this Higgins?
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
Yo.
Kevin Elbit.
Kevin from South Boston.
Kevin Elbit.
Kevin from South Boston. Kevin.
I can't get enough of that. It was fucking
Boston Police.
South Boston.
Boston Police.
South Boston.
Boston.
It was in key, dude. Like, it was in key. That's insane. Mike B for the 413. Thank you, buddy. I have faith in microdots, but like I said this afternoon, if it's Higgins, his lawyer probably called him by 9 a.m. to ask, what the fuck is wrong with you calling a YouTube show about the shit you're a part of? Right. And who do you think you're fucking with too, dude? That's my point. How stupid is this motherfucker on the screen right now besides me? Not me, but this guy. How stupid is this motherfucker right here to call a YouTube show that has been focused, fucking hyper-focused on the footage, so hyper-focused that they sit outside of the location of the footage that they continue to go over that's the location of. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? How fucking dumb are you as a federal agent? See, that's not street smarts, dude. You know what street smarts is, dude? Fucking Paulie from Goodfellas never talking on the phone. That kind of shit. This dude is a special kind of stupid. And you look at everything, the way that he says South Boston instead of Southie is a tell, to say the least, as well as the fact that he hung up when he was called out on being Higgins. But more notably, in my opinion, is before that, before he hung up, he became combative. If it wasn't Higgins, that person would have been like, oh no, man, do I sound like him? No, shit. That's would have been the reaction. Not combative and going, answer the question, answer the question, answer the question. Immediately, he got defensive. He called defensive. And he kept saying, you wrong, you wrong. He called defensive and then got even more defensive. That was a hell of a tell. I'm a poet, I don't know it. That was a hell of a tell. Dude, anybody's invited on this show, bro. Straight up. Any McAlbert wants to come on here, I'm so down to talk to any of them, dude. I would love to. I would love to talk to Mr. Brian Higgins here, bro. Like, shit, just to find out what his girlfriend's situation is right now, because, like, I'm worried that it's like a Weekend in Bernie's type thing, that he just fucking went into the morgue and just fucking opened a drawer in there and just fucking was like, you're coming with me. Now you're my girlfriend. Well, expected her to get up. Well, because yeah, he's walking around. He's got her ankle tied to his, and her arm is around him, and he put sunglasses on her, and he's trotting her around, going, well, that's what's going on. Like, there's no fucking way, after knowing what are in those text messages with Karen Reed, am I to believe that anybody with a pulse is fucking this guy. I mean, that's fair, dude. Tell me that's unfair. Tell me that's, ladies in the chat. Straight up, you guys make 70% of my audience. Like, 70% of my demographic are women, dude. Are you going to sit here and tell me that you believe that somebody with a pulse is putting this guy in their mouth? There's no fucking way. That's all I'm saying. I mean, and so, Mike, I totally agree with you. Turtle Girl, new member. Thank you so much. Welcome. All right, let's hear. I'm going to play it again because this is amazing.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Those two dudes that you're accusing, right? They're decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this?
Now, it's interesting, too, because he's not only being defensive of himself, it's very indicative of him being defensive of Brian Albert, too, considering that he pretty much crawled up Brian Albert's ass, almost literally, in that waterfall footage and set up camp. Those two dudes, they're decorated dudes. Like, it's interesting. Meatball Morrissey's sketty stain. I was dating a civilian BPD employee from B3. Thank you so much. Those are decorated dudes. Decorated dudes. I love this shit. There's no fucking way, dude. Like, I'm telling you, those two, like, he really wants to, like, make sure that he lumps himself up with the other person in defense, being Brian Albert. Those two dudes, those are decorated dudes, you know, just demanding respect based on their valor. And fair enough. If they're veterans, I will always give them respect as veterans. But the problem with that is that becomes null and void when you murder a Boston police officer, if not at least cover up, be part of the cover up of a Boston police officer. Whether you were a Boston police officer before or not, whether you are a fucking decorated fucking ATF agent, I don't give a fuck. None of that shit matters if you don't have the honor to own up to what your part is in what happened to Boston police officer John O'Keefe. And we know these two motherfuckers had something to do with it. Fact of the matter is, we know fucking Nicole Albert was awake. We know if Nicole Albert woke up, she woke up Brian Albert. And he didn't do shit to help John O'Keefe while he was laying out there in that lawn. I know Nicole Albert woke up from that phone call from Jen McCabe, and I know that there's fucking nothing in my fucking common sense that tells me that Brian Albert, that there's a chance that he didn't fucking wake up with all that shit going on in his front lawn, being a Boston police officer, having the instincts that he does, and all that shit going on in his front lawn, and he wasn't aware of it. He slept through it. Bullshit. Bullshit. So, this guy, Brian Higgins, sitting here or this caller, Kevin from South Boston, pretending to not be Brian Higgins, is trying to hang on the fact that these guys are decorated. The fuck out of here with that shit, dude. That doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit when you can't even live up to your valor at home to do the right thing. Whatever the fuck you do abroad means shit if you do the opposite here. Especially if you do the opposite here. Go fuck yourself with your valor.
At this from both sides, and this comes out that she actually did it, are you ready to, like, you know, put it out there that you were wrong?
You sound like Higgins, bro.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this Higgins?
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
Kevin Albert.
Kevin from South Boston.
Kevin Albert.
Kevin from South Boston.
But dude, it's totally him. It's totally him. That is
Boston
absolutely
Police,
South
him.
Boston.
Boston Police.
South Boston.
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 Boston. Boston. Boston.
Oh my God, dude.
Put it out there.
I have a house there.
Put it out there.
I have a house there.
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 Dude, it's the same
Absolutely not correct. That's wrong.
You wrong?
Absolutely not correct. That's wrong.
Down to the sound of the voice, the tone, it's on point. It's on point. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That was fucking Brian Higgins that called into JFK's show last night. And that in and of itself is very telling. Very telling. Because I'm telling you guys right now. I'm in agreement with everyone except for those who say Colin did it. Now, I'm not saying that I disagree with Colin doing it. I don't know if he did it or not. I'm saying I'm leaning more towards Brian Higgins only because, and I'm not saying he did it either. I'm saying I'm leaning towards because the evidence shows that he's the most likely one. He's the one with the motive. He's the one with the opportunity. 100%. And then we have that footage from the waterfall where he was motioning clearly to John O'Keefe in an aggressive manner where Chris Albert was trying to restrain him practically. And then he texts John O'Keefe in order to solidify whether or not he was motioning to John O'Keefe at the time. In order to solidify that theory, Brian Higgins texts John O'Keefe with, "You coming?" What am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to think? Brian Higgins, I ask you, what am I supposed to think? You fucking ditched your phone, dude. What is anybody supposed to think? You got wind of a court order that was telling you to preserve your fucking phone, and you ditched your phone at a military base. Why? Brought a lawyer with you during testimony. Right. And then that happened where Jill Daniels called in and had a fucking conniption fit on Turtle Boy's live stream. Or Turtle Boy called her and she said that she stated, why Colin? Why not Higgins? And yeah, one could look at it like they were trying to protect Colin. But I'm saying that there's more evidence, or I find the evidence against Higgins to be more compelling than the evidence against Colin. Is that acceptable to everyone who disagrees with me? Is that an acceptable way of putting it to you? I find the evidence against Brian Higgins to be more compelling than the evidence against Colin. Now, for all we know, they both had something to do with it. Because Colin was in the house. We know that now. Colin was definitely in the house. And John O'Keefe was not a small man. 6'2", over 200 pounds. And the man, I don't imagine it would take one person to subdue him as quickly as they did. But I know this much. It's a hell of a lot more than one person who's covering it up. Hell of a lot more than just one person who's covering it up. Because everything that Turtle Boy, Aiden Carney, has reported so far on the McAlberts as fact, not opinion, has turned out to be verifiable, proven to be correct. Lindsay G, thank you so much. How does Higgs still have a liver? Is he ever sober? I mean, he had to be drunk to fucking call into JFK's channel like that. And big props to JFK and James Jackson for that. That's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, let's do this. All right. Phone lines are now open. If anybody wants to call in. Yeah, I'm in agreement with JFK, James Jackson, and microdots. That's absolutely Brian Higgins that called in there last night. I am sure of it.
Call from
Crazy.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
That's your crazy Brazilian lady.
The crazy Brazilian lady. What's up, crazy Brazilian lady?
Oh, I couldn't sleep last night after live last night.
Oh my God.
And before we get into that, I want to say something. You need to have Scott McGinnis. He's such a good guy. You need to have him on live and for him to tell us stories about like correction officers in the jail. Tell us stories that but he needs to come and say like everything, like details. He needs to tell us details.
Why don't you write Scott McGinnis a script and he'll read it and act it out for us on the live stream?
But one thing, that was a crazy live last night, and Higgins didn't have balls to come back on, and I still have a question for him.
Okay.
Higgins, have you got your tip wet yet?
Oh my God, crazy Brazilian lady. You are nasty. You're a bad, bad person. Oh my goodness. Have you gotten your
Because
tip
we
wet
all
yet?
know he didn't.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
We all know he didn't. He hasn't got that yet.
That was Higgins trying to get laid.
Okay, have a good night.
Okay, thank you for calling, crazy Brazilian lady.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Ciao. Oh my God. Cello.
Well.
Yes.
Oh, weird.
That's weird.
I'm trying to find my remote to
Who
turn
are you
off
calling
the
weird?
volume in here.
How dare you call me weird?
Oh, hey, Will. It's Ajira.
Ajira. Hi, Ajira.
Yes. Hi.
I have to say your name like that. Like your name is just so exotic. I have to say Ajira.
Thank you.
I
That's
feel like
exactly how
I'm
you
selling
said.
it short if I don't say Ajira.
No, I appreciate it. Sounds good that way.
You're welcome.
Oh, I wanted to call and see if you finally watched the video from Dream Feed.
I have not.
Okay, because like after this whole Higgins thing, I'm just screaming at my TV like, watch the fucking video, Will.
Well, Akira. It's not it's I have to find the time to do that. It's been a very busy day. If you had
No, I know it has. That hearing was ridiculous.
yes.
But about the Higgins thing, it the ending really wrapped Higgins into it. So it's really ironic that he just called into JFK.
Yeah.
That was pretty ballsy of him.
Yeah. Higgins
I guess you have proof of life.
yeah, Higgins totally had something to do with that shit. I don't know what.
100%.
But he absolutely had something to do with that shit. And he absolutely did not butt dial Brian Albert just minutes before Jen McCabe made a 2:27 a.m. How long to die in cold search. So yeah, I call bullshit on all that.
It's major bullshit. It's
Absolute bullshit. Like it's not even like, oh, I wonder. No, man, it's fucking bullshit. There's no fucking way that anybody could ever expect anybody with common sense to believe that that's a chain of events that took place. No fucking way.
Exactly. I think if you're terrified, the idea of being on and having.
You broke up there. I didn't catch that last part.
Oh, I was saying, doesn't it make you terrified to be on trial and have your life in a jury camp?
I mean,
because I just don't understand how. I mean, we all know how we got here, but it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, right. Yeah, this is all fucking crazy. Yeah, I went back. I went back to the station to move cars around, to park cars. No, you didn't, dude.
No, he went. If you watch the video,
Well, I was very intoxicated. They didn't have any whiskey. They only had beer. So I decided to leave and go park some cars. Figured, fuck it. You
That
know,
was so
no
ridiculous.
whiskey. I'm going to park some
They
cars.
don't have what I drink. I'm leaving.
Right. What? Wait a minute.
No.
Where's the whiskey? You guys don't have any whiskey? Ah, fuck. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to go park some cars. Fuck this shit.
He didn't go. He
What?
didn't go to move cars around. He went to switch cars.
Same shit.
That's what he was doing. No, he went
Same
to switch his car.
My Jeep. I got a Jeep with a plow in the front.
Oh my God, so ridiculous.
Like, if his car, like, that's a whole nother factor, too. Once he testified that, I'm like, that makes it even more impossible that Karen Reed backed into John O'Keefe at 27 miles per hour. Get the fuck out of my face with that, or 24 miles per hour. That didn't happen.
I swear to God, you need to watch this video like immediately. Just stream it or something. She won't mind because it's literally like answers all of the things we're talking about right now with data.
Okay. All right.
I'm dead serious. It's that good.
Okay.
I would not harass you about it if I
Ajira.
didn't believe that it was that good.
Ajira, you have convinced me.
But can you believe fucking Brennan today? Like,
Yeah.
with Dr. Russell, when she gasped,
Mhm.
that was shocking.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you gonna make her cry, dude?
Like,
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, like, why are you badgering her, dude? Like, she's a fucking sweet old lady, man. Like,
Yeah.
and who like, and she's not just a sweet old lady. Like, she's a sweet old lady on top of being the most badass that you know you've ever even fucking spoken and exchanged words with. Stop it.
Literally, and she's just trying to fucking help.
Right.
Like it's like she has no skin in the game.
Right. She's like, dude, those are
And-
dog bites, dude. Like, I know a fucking dog
She's
bite
like,
when
what?
I see one, dude.
Are you a specialist in orthopedics? Are you a specialist in toxology? Like, no, you fucking moron. What are you talking about?
No.
This isn't. There's no jury here.
Right.
isn't
Well,
what-
the voir dire, though, that's they're kind of simulating more or less like what the testimony and cross would be like in front of the
Well,
jury.
yeah, I guess that is the
That's
jury
and
for
then
Brennan.
the judge determines whether or not the jury should hear it.
But it's like, really, Brennan? You're like going to make her cry so that you think Bev might reconsider her
I
position.
mean, if that happens, you know what I mean? Like if that happens in front of a jury, good. You know, not good for her,
Yeah.
but good for Karen
No.
Reed. You know, if he
I can't believe that they're
bullies
making
her,
him.
and I don't think that I mean, the defense should do something. You know, but
And how about that bullshit with Bev about when the defense objected today, and then all of a sudden she wanted a reason for the objection?
yeah, and it was interesting too that she, yeah, well, you know, she was like, in Massachusetts, we don't give the reason, we just object.
Literally.
Like, lady,
a walking fucking oxymoron, this woman.
what's wrong with saying, you know, what's wrong with saying,
Well,
yeah, this is what
I mean, that's how it should be done.
Yes,
The
Mr.
proper way is
Alessi.
to state your reason. Something funny, Claire?
There's something funny, Miss Reed.
Yes, you have to do the heavy breathing, like a serial killer movie.
Dude, yeah, Bev scares the shit out of me, bro.
Dude,
But so
she's a
far, man,
fucking-
like I've sat at her 12 o'clock 3 times, and she's, you know, and I react, man. Like I'm the guy that's like,
Oh,
you know,
I want to know what happened in court today that everyone got told to quiet down.
supposedly the blue shirt guy that they call what the fuck do they call him? Benny Blanco.
I don't know.
Benny Blanco. They call him Benny Blanco. His phone went off. The story that I heard, now I don't know if this is true, but his phone went off.
Right.
He answered it in the courtroom during court, put it on speaker, and someone was saying something about Higgins calling JFK show last night.
You fucking serious? If that's really what happened?
That's the rumor that I heard. Yeah.
I really hope that's what happened, because not only does that display the type of people that, you know, they are, that
they're retards, dude.
That's a perfect analogy. Like,
They're-
who the fuck would do that in court?
A fucking retard, bro.
Yeah, exactly. A plug-in.
Fucking yeah, totally.
A
Somebody
plug-in.
with no respect due to overwhelming ignorance and lack of self-awareness.
Exactly. Not out
Right.
of like disrespect
Not
for
even-
Bev, but out
right.
of sheer like lack of awareness.
Right. Which in and of itself, the result is an act of disrespect.
Oh my God, it was so crazy. We were like I don't know. People were speculating
Thank you,
something
Lindsay
because
G.
Aiden had to leave to pick up his kids, so you couldn't see him anymore. So everyone's like, "Oh, I wonder if it was something with LG," and we're like, "No, dude."
No, yeah. I mean, I didn't even see all that. You know, just people kept saying, "What happened to Turtle Boy? Where'd Turtle Boy go? Oh my God!"
Exactly.
And I was like, you know, and Meredith showed up in the chat, dude. She has a wrench. She showed up in the chat and was like, "Everything
He
is
has
cool."
a wrench. Listen.
Right. Yeah, I mean, right. Like that's the reason why I give certain people wrenches, so that you can see their comments every time it's highlighted. I want their comments highlighted in the chat, because they're always going to add. They're going to add some sort of insight. What's up, Rich Schiffer? My man. Let's got to give it up for Rich Schiffer. He's in the chat right now, y'all.
Richie. You're really funny. I like to make
Congratulations on your big win, Rich.
Yes.
I love
I
that.
make these really awesome art pieces with rubber ducks, and I've been wanting to make one for Rich and send it to him.
Dude's
I'll
awesome,
have
man.
to do that for him.
Dude's awesome, man. Dude's a legend.
Yeah. No, he literally is a legend.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Rich, I'm saying, dude, I was talking about it when I was covering your case on Monday. I was like, dude, I heard Rich is single. I hope he's getting all the Canton ass, dude. I hope you're pulling all the Canton ass, dude, for being a fucking hero for everyone's First Amendment rights. Again, Rich Schiffer.
Next week, Karen Reed is Rich Schiffer's mixer. like hot girls only. All right. I know you got other people trying to call in. I swear I will fly to Tennessee and strangle you if you do not watch that video, because I really think that you will appreciate it.
Okay. Gotta find me first.
Get the fuck out!
It's not.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with? Oh shit, I lost her. Oh my god, I'm going to hell for that one. You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Rich Schiffer.
Rich Schiffer, my man. Oh my god, I'm giving him another round of applause, right? Cuéntame, mi socio. How's it going, dude?
It's going great, pal.
Yeah.
You're the best. I love you, buddy. I've been trying to connect with you. I just haven't had time. You know, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
How you feeling,
But
buddy?
I feel great, dude.
Yeah.
You and I had almost 3 hours of Mike online the other night. It was unbelievable.
Oh, right on.
It went on just like it lasted 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like we could have talked all night, you know?
Yeah, I
And,
love when that
you know,
happens. I love when that happens.
we have a lot. I mean, I'm a few years older than you guys, but I'm real young and hot and sophomoric, as the judge put it, you know? And so I feel connected to, you know, you guys a little bit, and, you know, your life struggles and stuff similar, and I just think it's cool.
Well, I gotta
I'm-
tell you, man, that's why that means the world to me is because I feel the same way, you know. So that it means the world to me that the people who I feel that I'm connecting with on a very cool spiritual level feel the same way about me, and I'm grateful for that. I can't express how grateful I am for that.
And that's exactly it. You just hit it right there. In a very, I don't use. I tell you, I'm a very simple dude, you know. So
Yeah.
like you're right. It's very spiritual. Very spiritual. Something come over me. As I've said over and over on these shows, that I have not. I've stepped out of my very much out of my comfort zone. There's a lot of my friends that can't believe it. My kids don't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, but. It's just you guys I got a connection with. I could come down in Tennessee. I'd probably move in next door to you. You know what I mean? Because that's that type of guy I am. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Well, you fit right in. They'd love you around here.
Well, I have a friend of mine in Kentucky. I met in Key West years ago. Him and his wife, and I was like, Rich, you got to come down here. You don't belong in Massachusetts. And I love your comment about me getting all the Canton women.
Yeah, how's that going?
Not so good.
No,
I'm not chasing none of that stuff.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man. You get to a certain age, and it's just like, who gives a shit? Like,
I could give a shit less.
I gotta move.
If you're not gonna, you got to be a genuine. You got to be a complete genuine with me, or just get away from me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I
Totally.
don't have time for BS.
Right. Standards. Once you get old enough, and then you learn to love yourself enough, man, your standards get way high. You know,
right?
And you're careful about who you mess around with. You know.
That's right. My standard is so high I can't see them. That's
right. I feel you, man.
You know, so
I feel you. Yeah, no, they're just jokes, man. Like you know, like just me. That's just me doing what I do on here, man. That's just me doing what I do on here. You know.
That's what I love about you, man. You're a cool dude. I really like you a lot. You and you know, I love all of you. You know, you all have your different ways. And Mike Crawford is another one in my book. I mean, you two are. Really, I love watching you. I love your comedic ways. I always look for the shirt you're wearing. You know what I mean? It's
Right on.
brings me
Yeah,
back.
it's
It brings
cold,
me back.
man. So it's mostly going to be hoodies and jackets yeah, until it starts to get warm again. But yeah, I love my t-shirts. It's getting out of control though. I got to stop buying t-shirts. It's too much.
My closet's
I'm
all
running I'm running out of space for 'em. Crazy.
But I just figured I'd call and say hi to you. At least, only other time I think I spoke to you was at the waterfall that day. I just met you. You were in like La La Land because you were like.
I don't remember that. We met at the waterfall the first time I was there.
I
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I could see it in you. I could see it in you when I was introduced to you by Jen.
Yeah,
And
I
said,
was
"This guy-"
spinning that day, man. Like it was
Yeah.
crazy. Like there was literally a line to come up and take pictures with me and Turtle Boy sitting there. It was crazy. I didn't know how to process that shit. It was weird.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
that's what I'm
it
dealing
was
with.
nice. Don't get me wrong, it was nice, but it's a really fucking weird feeling. And I imagine you're dealing with that these days. Similar.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the Star Drive-In thing the other night. It was a phenomenal time with Mazza was there, BLT was there, as his new name is, and Tommy, and I had a great time. But I walk with my dog, and I get somebody put their arm around me. Hi, Richie. I didn't know who it was. Today breakfast. I go to sit down. I'm in the same place for breakfast every day. I go to sit down, and this woman comes out and just screams my name. I don't even know her well. Didn't even know her. And she just screams my name. I go, do I know you? And she just, no, but I just love you and what you're doing. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God.
Rich, that's the thing, man. I mean, because I get it, like my whole thing is just like, dude, I'm just up here speaking up for what I believe in and speaking on it genuinely. This is how I talk. This is who I am. I'm just up here being myself, basically. And so it's weird when you get that attention. So for you, I mean, and I'm not trying to compare what I do to what you've done, because you got charged, you're out there, you actually expressed yourself physically and expressed your First Amendment rights with rubber duckies. What a hell of a thing to do, because there's nothing threatening about them. And you got charged, and you had to deal with this. You had to hire Bradle and go through all this shit. But at the end of the day, you're being praised for doing what? For just doing what you would have done. You just did what you do. You stood up for something you believed in your own creative way. You expressed yourself for who you are. So you feel kind of like, this is overwhelming. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? I'm just so when people come up to you and I get it. It's wild, man. I can imagine, but it must feel great though.
It feels great. Mike, you guys aren't calling me hero. I don't feel like no hero, but it makes me feel good, because you know why? I love when when somebody looks me in the face and they present themselves to me with actions instead of words. It just means so. I've been listening to words for too friggin' long. Okay, I want to see actions now. I have 5 children, 7 grandchildren. I want to see some actions from them. I'm sick of the BS and all that, and just even friends. I may have lost a few friends out there, but I consider it. They're not lost friends. They weren't friends in the first place, because they're not in the same wavelength and they're not in the same place I am. Most of my friends are my age,
right?
And I've got after the other day, I got more friends. I got a couple that reached out to me I haven't seen in 20, 30 years, and saying, thank you. And I'm so happy for you and this and that. And
the thing is what you did, you stood up, you could have taken a guilty plea but you're a hero because you stood up to something that is corrupt. You knew the system was corrupt and you still stood up to it, knowing what could have happened, knowing you could have ended up in jail, knowing that it would have been worse for you were you found guilty and it went to trial. So this is why people are calling you a hero, Rich. Is I just watched a documentary just the other day, and bear in mind, it's not the same thing here, but it applies. Christopher Reeve is quoted in this documentary because it was a movie about him, the guy who played Superman originally.
Yeah,
and
I know.
And he says they asked him what his definition of a hero was, and he said an ordinary individual who finds the strength to endure and persevere in spite of overwhelming obstacles. And that applies to you. Now, I mean, obviously you're not a quadriplegic, you know what I mean? But it applies to you in the sense that you knew what you were doing, where you were standing up to something already. Already what you were being charged with was an act of standing up against a corrupt system in the town that you live in. And you spoke out about it. And then you knew that there could be consequences. You were ready for those consequences. You were ready to face those consequences. That's why people are praising you, Rich, because there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't have the guts to do that, that wouldn't have the strength to do that. And that's why I admire you. That's why everyone here in the chat admires you. That's why people are coming up to you and praising you and saying thank you, because you represented everyone in that town.
You've said it in such a way, and it's so weird how we connect, man. I got to tell you, it's so freaking weird. But you said it in exactly the way that you just put it right in its exact slot. Because I've been here, I've heard it in so many different ways. Not to, denounce them or make them less, but you just said it in just a certain way. And now I got to see that quote that you said about what Christopher Reeve said. And
well, watch that documentary, man. It's on HBO Max. Watch it. It's called Superman, not Superman, but Superman, the story of Christopher Reeve or something like that. But it's a really good documentary. It's
I'll have to watch it. But you know what? I did hear that quote one time. And I didn't totally grasp it, and it wasn't something that I was, obviously looking at it at that point in my life. At the point that he wrote that, I did hear that before, but the way you just said it, it just made it sound, okay, now I get it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it wasn't I knew there was going to be some sort of consequences. Did I think it was going to be, charged federally or whatever they charge, criminally? No, I didn't think that. I did it as a joke.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't. It came from a few different sources.
Well, you figured it was harmless. Why not? It's dude, like, this is fucking ridiculous, bro. Yeah, like, you people suck. You fucking Alberts fucking suck.
No, they
like, why can't you say that? You deserve,
suck.
like, he's an elected official, and you have a right to protest him.
Yeah.
Period.
He's got to be the biggest piece of shit in Canton. Chris Albert is the number one piece of shit in Canton.
I mean,
and his three fucking boys, the same fucking skin, same fucking blood, same fucking person.
Yeah.
Live there
There was another gentleman. There was another gentleman I met that day who had a similar. There was another gentleman. I don't want to. I don't know if he wants me to talk about what he accounted with me. But he was saying, he had a similar. He was just talking about how, like, he didn't even do anything, and Chris Albert fucking attacked him and called him a piece of shit or something. And was like,
in a Dunkin' Donuts, right?
I maybe, yeah. And I mean,
I know what you're talking about. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I think that's where I met you. You were sitting with him, correct?
No, but we were circling the room.
Okay.
And I know exactly who it is, and I love him to death. I've known him all my life.
Sweet guy. Yeah, man. So kind.
An awesome guy. He's a true Canton. You want to put a good spin on Townie. He's a good Canton Townie.
Yeah, to say the least. Considering how Rita, because Rita introduced me to him, and the way she described him, that's an understatement. The way you put it, yeah, absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. I know that. And you know what the thing is? When he came out, when he finally spoke out against this, I went right to his fucking house. And I hugged him. I fucking gave him duck.
I love
gave him,
it.
here's your ducks, you motherfucker. And I love you. I hugged him. I said, Gary, I never in a million years thought you'd ever do this. Thank you. Thank you. Because you are the quiet lion.
Yeah. Yeah. What a
he
good guy,
doesn't
man.
have to say a goddamn word, Will.
Right.
He doesn't have to defend himself. Right?
Right.
He has no reason to defend himself for anything he's ever done. The guy's been a top-notch person.
Right.
And you know what? And my mom grew up there, and I lived there, my little, up to 10 years old. And I know a lot of stuff. Nobody's a stranger to me. It's coming to that.
Right.
I know so much stuff, and stuff is coming to me that I'm not even asking for, but then I'm asking for some stuff. But I just know. People tell me stuff I've known for years.
Right.
And and they know. After my show with Mike the other night, I expressed myself how I felt about some people.
Yeah. Have you thought
You know
about
what I
starting
mean?
your own YouTube channel?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not telling you to do one way or the other. I'm saying if you were to do so,
it's kind of crossed my mind.
If you
It's
were
kind
to
of
do
crossed my
so,
mind.
I feel like it might do very well. You're outspoken. You know what you're going to say and how you're going to say it. You stand by every word you say. Those are attributes of someone who would likely do well on YouTube. Just something to consider.
I've thought about. No, I have definitely thought about it. I like yours. I like a few years. Yours is probably one of my number one formats I like. And then there's Mike. Yours and Mike are kind of like you can sit and just chat, have a fireside conversation, kind of like is how I put it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what? That's what if I did it.
I don't do interviews, man. I never call them interviews. Right. I managed to, and I realized why nobody could see it before I changed it. But it was at members only. That's why. But it was I managed to get Colton Harris Moore on this channel, and nobody else has ever had him. And I called it a conversation because that's all it was. It was a conversation. I'm not a journalist. I'm not here to interview anybody. I'm just here to let you talk, and we just shoot the shit.
If there's one word I can say to our country and our countrymen, our real patriots and people that love this country, right? Let's have a fucking conversation.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. A conversation.
Stop the bullshit. Stop the fighting. Everybody's the same. Black, white, yellow, green. Fuck, don't care what it is.
Right.
You're the same. You're the same.
Yeah.
You may not be as,
with a little bit of empathy, just some real empathy. Yeah. That's all you need. Is a little empathy, because people need to understand is each person, their mind is its own individual universe. It's infinite. There's infinite possibilities that come with every single mind that you come across, and with a little bit of empathy, you can learn a little bit about them. You can learn from them. You can discuss and exchange ideas. In theory, it's a very, very amazing thing to do.
Imagine what
beneficial
we could do by having
right.
What we could do if we had a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
The problem is
it would be beneficial for everyone involved.
Yeah. But the problem is there's so many scumbags and shitbags out there that it's hard to have it. You
right.
can't have it. And there's people and I know that can't talk to you.
They won't
look you in the eyes while they're talking to you.
Right. Because they're stuck in their little echo chamber, and they don't want to listen to anything, and they're letting their hatred decide what comes out of their mouth. They're letting their hatred, envy, and jealousy decide what's coming out of their mouth. And that's I can't have a conversation with
The
somebody who thinks
jealousy
like
kills
that.
me. I
Right.
hate. I can't stand the jealousy part. I hate it.
Me either. I can't relate to it.
It brings jealousy. Jealousy and alcohol. It brings on the alcoholism and drinking. That type of person,
Yeah.
like a narcissist. It brings on that narcissistic behavior.
It does. It does.
It's fucking unbelievable, man. I lived with somebody for 20 years almost, and I figured it out. It took me a long time to figure it out after the fact.
Right. Yeah.
But it was unbelievable. I could write a book.
Oh, you and me both.
20 years.
You and me both, my man. You and me both. Absolutely. I know, buddy.
I bet. Well, I'll let you go talk to other people. I don't want to keep you all night. I got to go eat something.
Rich, thank you so much for calling in, man. You made my night. Seriously, thank you for calling in. And thank you for everything that you've done. And thank you for everything that you're doing. I could speak for everybody here, I believe, when I say that we are all very grateful. Thank you so much, Rich.
I love you all. I love you, Will. I hope I can get down to Tennessee and see you. Go have a burger.
Right on. All right, Rich.
Okay,
thanks,
brother.
buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. Rich Schiffer. The man. Oh, man, that made my night. That's great. That's a great note to end this stream on. I still got to get to the gym. I got a lot to do. Guys, I am going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for everything. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. For those of you who stuck with me all fucking day, man, you guys are animals. Oh, fucking love you guys. Amazing. It means the world to me that you guys hung out with me all day, man. Scott McGinnis, dude. Mr. Badass Scott McGinnis, dude, standing out there. Not only did he stick with me all day, but he was out there in front of that courthouse as he always is all day long. And here he is hanging out for this stream as well. I can't express how grateful I am to all of you guys that are always out there in front of that courthouse at the standouts. You guys are everything. Seriously. Us creators, we fail in comparison. I love you guys very much. Thank you guys so much for making me your go-to channel to keep up with today. It means the world. You guys are amazing. Guys, thank you so much. I am going to wrap this up. I do love you guys so very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.